feminine napkins, and I wanted to talk about the chemicals that are found in them and tampons. So I guess this last couple of years seeing topics on this, and I feel that it's my duty on my channel just as much to share it and get the word out. And it's something that I feel like I've had a burden and I felt like I needed to do a video on. I read up on it just the other day, website MrsLeafyGreens. Well, it had an article on there, they with any kind of cotton, how if you do not get organic, that putting these chemicals in your body by using them, as far as like sanitary napkins, pads, tampons, and things like that. So it is important to get organic if you are using any one of those things. I remember back in the day, I did use tampons for many of my early teen years, and I had heavy periods, so I'd go like about a week, and I would be using, tampons every day during that time, a few times in the day. And there was no knowledge about it back then, at least not in my household. I'm sure my mother didn't know about it. And then also with the pads is the same thing. You're putting these chemicals that are in this cotton, and you're putting it on your vagina area, and what is happening is that these chemicals are seeping into your body. And what I read was that it will go into your most delicate organs. So, which that would indicate that in the walls of your vagina is going into your uterus area, and it's also going in all those areas where close to your ovaries. So those chemicals are seeping in, and that area is our bodies are like a sponge. An area that is inside your body, it is going to absorb, and it's going to take in all those pesticides. Now, I also read that there was like the chemicals that are being used in these products are like it's equivalent to like 4 grocery bags, the plastic bags. So that is kind of scary when you think about just a little tampon or just a pad, and having that much chemicals in them. For so many years I've used them, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, it was just a few years ago, and I'll share this with you because it kind of brings to my mind the possibility is that what are these things, what do they turn into in your body, like years later, that things just start popping up. And it just kind of brings to my mind is that about 5 years ago, I went to my gynecologist. I was having some pain, but I knew it wasn't like kidney stones or kidney pain. It was more like a little projecting towards the front of my body, like near my ovary area. So I thought about it, and I was like, well, what could it be? And I thought to myself, well, I should probably go check it out and see, what the doctor, what they have to say. So I went to my gynecologist, and she did an ultrasound, and it was just like a projecting pain. It wasn't anything really sharp. It was just like a dull pain that was there every day, all the time, and I was getting a little concerned. So I ended up going, and she the technician did a ultrasound, and then she explained to me afterwards. The doctor took me into her office and said, well, we see that in both ovaries on your right side, you have more, and it could be cysts, but we're not sure. We don't know if it's something that could be cancerous or tumors or anything like that, because there's really no test that can tell us that precisely. So she said, you have them on both sides, and the right side has more. And that's funny because on the left side is where I was feeling the pain, and nothing on the right side. But sometimes the body projects that. You may have a pain on one side, but really it's on the opposite side. So she says, well, I'm sure you're not planning on having any babies, because of my age. And so we should just go ahead and, let's just take it all out. Let's just go ahead and give you a hysterectomy, and let's just take everything out, uterus, ovaries, and that way you don't have to worry. We can prevent any just in case, if it's cancer or anything like that, or future. That way you won't have to worry about that. I was like, what? In my mind, like, what are you telling me? Now, keep in mind that I've been vegan into this lifestyle, natural, holistic lifestyle, and everything. It's been over 6 years now, and that was 5 years ago. So I already had the knowledge of juicing and how foods can heal the body, and how the body is meant to heal itself. So if you help it, the first thing I thought was juicing. It was like, I'm not taking anything out of my body. You're not taking anything from my body. God put it there. It's not coming out. And so I said to her, I was like, no. Actually, I said, I don't like that approach. I said, I am going to, and she knew that I was, a vegan, and she knew my lifestyle as a vegan. So I told her that I was going to approach it with juicing. I was going to juice, and that we can check later. So she said she wanted to see me back in 4 weeks. So I went back in 4 weeks, had another ultrasound, and then she said everything looked the same. So she was going, it wasn't like multiplying, the cells were not like, it didn't seem like things were growing since the last time she saw me. So she said, let's just go ahead and keep an eye on this, come back in another 4 weeks. So we did that for, I don't know, about 6 months. And I was juicing and eating high raw foods, and I decided that, this was what I was going to do. I was determined. I know how these things, how this lifestyle with eating and drinking fresh fruits and vegetables, what they can do, the power of it. So I decided that I was going to, continue this at a very, just like, an aggressive approach, so doing a lot of juicing. All right, so I think on my last visit, it was, well, not my last visit, but I think it was after 6 months. She did see that it was not growing, but they were getting smaller, and I still had some, but she was less concerned that it would be any kind of cancer. So she, we were doing the same thing. She said, just keep doing what you're doing, and so now we'll extend it to every 6 weeks. So we did that. I don't know, it was probably a year, 2 years that we were doing this back and forth. And so then we got to the point where on one of my last visits, been probably, I don't know, 2-3 years ago already, probably been about 3 years that I haven't been back. And she just basically said, everything is looking good. They're almost gone. And I was so glad, because I knew she knows my lifestyle, and I was hoping that it would be, hoping it would kind of be like a testimony for her to see. So, yeah, that just goes to show that who knows if these things that we get, women get cancer, women get tumors, that is a health-related issue. And most of the time, the doctors will tell you, let's just take it out. And I've had so many people that have had hysterectomies that regret it, and they say, I wish I would have never done it. And it changes their whole hormonal cycle. The hormones change, and it just changes their mood and their mood swings, and just so many different areas that it can just really change your life. So I think that God really intended for us to have what we have in our bodies. And when you're messing with that, I think that, and you're not allowing God's medicine, natural, fresh fruits, vegetables, juices, herbs, essential oils, and things like that He's given to us. All right, I think that we go in there and take things out, it's going to mess up things in your body. Now, most of the time, doctors will tell you, if you don't take this out, you're going to die. So many times people have heard that when they have been given a diagnosis. They're like, if you don't get surgery for this, or you don't get surgery for that, you could die. And to a certain extent, they could be telling you that with exact trueness, because if the person, like, say somebody gets diagnosed and they say, well, you have this illness, right? And if we don't take it out, then you're gonna die. You can die. You may have X amount of time to live. But That's only if you're not doing anything. If you're not trying to help your body, nourish your body so that your body can do what it's meant to do, what God instilled it to do, to heal itself. It's a machine. It's like, just like a machine is. He programmed it so that you cut yourself, guess what? You get a scab in a few days. Your body is healing itself. And that's exactly what the body is intended to do for every part of your living organ. And so if you're not doing anything to help your body, then yes, the doctors are telling you true. You can die from it if you don't help your body nourish it and do things so that it will help heal. So one of those things would be, just to kind of give you an example, would be is stop eating crud, stop eating processed junk food, things that are damaging, synthetic food that your body doesn't recognize and it doesn't know what to do with it. Feed your body the fresh fruits and vegetables. Feed your body whole foods, clean foods that for the most part you're going to find mainly at your house. And you know, changing those things around when you find that you are in a state of you're having to save your life, or you've been diagnosed with some disease, or you've been diagnosed with some disorder, you are responsible for your body. Now, your doctors are going to just tell you the diagnosis, and they're going to tell you this is how you treat the symptom, this is how you treat it, but they're not getting to the stem cause of it, the root cause, which is what is causing this. And so the problem is that so many people just want the easy way. They're like, no, I don't have time. Just go ahead and give me a pill. Just go ahead and set me up for a surgery. I don't have time. I don't want to make the time, basically is what they're saying, to invest in having to eat and prepare and go, you know, change my whole life, because it is a big thing when it's revolving around you treating your body, healing let your body heal itself. You have to be active. You have to take it is going to be some work involved. So a lot of people are not interested in that. They just don't want to deal with that, so they take the easy route. So my thing for this video is that you need to know what you're putting on your body, and that there can be repercussions. There can be very health related repercussions with things that we're putting on our bodies. And who allows these things? It's not they do not have to disclose on these products, the pads, or the chemicals that are in these products. It's not, up to now, it's not been that they have to disclose that. So I hope that this video has helped, that you will spread it, that you will share it, so that people will realize we need to stop. Somebody needs to put a stop. They need to disclose this, just like they did the tobacco companies. They had to disclose that. For so many years, they didn't have to disclose this can cause cancer, this can kill you. They never had that on their packages. Well, we need to do the same with anything that contains chemicals, pesticides, harsh chemicals that we are putting onto our bodies that can cause illnesses, that can cause sickness. So, yeah. So anyways, I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.